guys, today's subscriber shout out goes to Woozworld. Thank you for subscribing and being a subscriber. And today's commenter shout out goes to 𝕎𝕠𝕠𝕝𝕝. Thank you for commenting and watching my videos. Now, let's get into the video. Welcome to youtube.com/noblegarden, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about 3 scammers. 2 of these were sent to me, and one of them I actually caught myself. And you might want to stay tuned until the end of the video because the last scammer in today's video is pretty shocking. The first scammer is the one that I caught myself, and her name is 𝕎𝕠𝕠𝕫𝕝, and her accomplice, aka her cousin, is 𝕬𝕠𝕠𝕝𝕝. I was at a theme game that was being hosted by 𝕎𝕠𝕠𝕫, and I noticed that she had a vibe going on between her and another player, that player being 𝕬𝕠𝕠𝕝𝕝. I mean, they were talking to each other in a different language during the whole entire game. Cute Girl was literally co-host. Cute Girl was on 𝕎𝕠𝕠𝕫's Hot Friends, as well as her spare, I believe. I'm assuming because there is another account on 𝕎𝕠𝕠𝕫's Hot Friends that had a very similar username to Cute Girl's. There are 3 people left in the theme game, including me. It was me, 𝕬𝕠𝕠𝕝𝕝, and somebody named Disney Channel. After I saw all of these things and noticed that they obviously knew each other, I private chatted the other player, Disney Channel, and I told him that they knew each other because, I mean, Cute Girl was co-host, they're on each other's Hot Friends, they're talking to each other in a different language the whole time. I got out in the theme game, so I was just watching what was going on, so then it was only Disney Channel and Cute Girl playing. And it's safe to say, neither me or Disney Channel were very surprised when Cute Girl won the theme game. Disney Channel called them out, saying, "You made your friend win." And this is the part that really gets me, y'all. After Disney said that, they started denying that they even knew each other. They were like, "Bro, I don't even know her." And I was like, "You're lying. You're literally lying." And I came forward with all the evidence that they did know each other. I was like, "This girl is co-host. You're on each other's Hot Friends. You've been talking to each other in a different language the whole time." And then the host, 𝕎𝕠𝕠𝕫, goes, "She is my cousin." And then I got kicked from the unit, unsurprisingly. I came back and I said, "Owner, I'm posting you on my YouTube. You just booted me. You know, obviously that shows you are guilty because why do you feel the need to kick me from the unit if you're not guilty? You know what I mean?" And then I got kicked once again, and when I tried to go back to the unit, it was private. And then I private chatted both the scammer and her cousin, and I said, "Just letting you know, you are both being posted not only on my YouTube, but my walls as well. So sad you have to rig a game. It was so obvious that you knew each other, so I don't even know why you tried to deny it." All the cousin said was, "Oh, okay, no problem, have fun." However, the scammer, 𝕎𝕠𝕠𝕫, I think she felt really intimidated by this private chat. I think she felt scared and threatened because this girl started threatening to get me banned, started trying to insult me. I was like, "Girl, you need to chill out." She responded with, "I guess you are 12 years old and you think I will cry by this threatening of you?" I was like, "Girl, what?" I was like, "What? What are you what? I'm 12, what?" And she said, "Give me 5 minutes. I'm so scared of you. Have fun opening your eyes tomorrow and not seeing your account anymore." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh no, you're gonna get me banned?" I mean, it's not like I haven't exposed scammers before, hon. I've exposed many scammers before. Good luck. And she goes, "I'm not a scammer. She had the better dress." And I said, "The game was clearly rigged. If you need to have your cousin win, it's rigged because you obviously know her." And, you know, she starts trying to defend herself, saying it wasn't rigged. And I was like, "You know, the way you booted us from the unit after we confronted you shows you're guilty because you knew you did something wrong, so you kicked us." And she said, "I booted you because you were talking nonsense and you were telling him lies." And I said, "Lies? He was with me. If anything, he's the one who called you out before I did." Because remember, after the cousin won, Disney Channel said, "Of course you make your friend win," or something like that. So if anything, he called them out first. So I don't know why she's over here saying that I was telling him lies when he already thought the same thing that I was thinking. I said, "Disney said you're choosing your friend as a winner, and then you proceeded to pretend you didn't know each other, which is so suspicious and makes it even more clear you're guilty because why deny?" First of all, the way that you guys pretended not to know each other at first just shows you're guilty because, like, why do you feel the need to pretend that you don't know each other, you know what I mean? And then second of all, kicking both of us from the unit after we confront you, that's another red flag. You're obviously guilty, and you know you did something wrong, you know what I mean? I said, if you knew that you guys were not guilty, you would have not felt the need to deny that you knew each other, and you wouldn't have felt the need to boot us from your unit. And then she just kept on going about how she's innocent, she didn't scam, and I just stopped responding because no thanks, I'm done with that. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can play a game with your friend or family member and have them win without it being rigged. Like, if they just wanted to play your game for fun and ended up winning, that's not rigged. but I could tell that they were planning for her to win just because of the way that they acted. Like, why did you need to pretend that you didn't know each other? Why did you feel the need to kick both of us after we confronted you, you know? Like, that just shows that you know you did something wrong. You know it was rigged. You know you both had planned for her to win. Like, there's a big difference there. This is gonna be a short one. This was a scammer that was sent to me by one of you guys, and this scammer's username is Susie6321. Susie scammed at their theme game, and they used a tactic type thing that we have seen before in this channel, where scammers that host games will pretend that they're having some issue, for example, in this case, connection issues, so that when they leave after they scam, it looks like they left because of their connection issues and not because they just scammed everybody. As you can see here, earlier in the game, Susie was claiming to have connection issues, and then they just randomly left and they never came back and they took people's beaks. So be careful if you ever go to Susie6321's theme game, or any of their games that they may host. This is the one that has absolutely boggled my mind, guys. And this was also sent to me by one of you guys. This scammer's username on Woozworld is KAYALINE. I don't know how you're supposed to say that, but that's besides the point. If you guys might remember, last month in October, I was in the WoozTuber event. This was an event where a ton of WoozTubers went and you guys could meet us, you guys could take pictures with us, all of that fun stuff. For this event, all of the WoozTubers who were attending, we had a group chat on Woozworld where we would discuss the event, the plans, who was going, all of that stuff. Somebody in our chat added Kline, whatever, to the group chat. Now, I'm not sure if I would consider Kay a WoozTuber because she only has one video about Woozworld and the rest of her videos are all about a different game called Animal Jam, but she does have a Woozworld video, so I guess somebody added her to the group and we were talking about her attending the event, and when I saw that she got added, I was like, oh, hey, because prior to this, I think like a week or two before this, I saw her Woozworld video and I made a comment on it, so I recognized her, so I was like, oh, hey. So yeah, she was supposed to attend the event. She didn't end up going. She actually left the group and she didn't say anything. We didn't know why. We were just like, oh, maybe she just doesn't want to go. Nothing wrong with that. But whatever, it's okay. Today, I was sent proof of her scamming somebody. I'm not sure what in specific she scammed because there wasn't much context, but from what it looks like, she scammed money from somebody through PayPal. Again, I'm not really sure, there's not much context, but PayPal is mentioned in the screenshots. Also, she is claiming that she is 17 years old and she's pregnant and homeless. Now, I'm not saying that she's lying about this for sure, but it doesn't really make sense because in one of the screenshots, she mentions being in a homeless shelter because she said that the Wi-Fi is bad or something. If she is 17, she is a minor. She is considered a child legally. So, I'm not really sure about this, but shouldn't she be in like some type of foster care, just some type of care? Since she's a minor, like, do homeless shelters accept minors? Like, I don't know, it just doesn't really make sense to me. And also, if you are 17 and you're pregnant, homeless, going through all of these problems, why are you on Woozworld? Specifically, why are you on Woozworld scamming people? I mean, actually, I can see why you would be on Woozworld, as like a distraction, maybe it's a comfort for you, but why are you just on here scamming people? You know, it's kind of weird. And this was really shocking me, this entire thing, because I was over here thinking she was a nice, cool, chill girl, but no. Like, this surprised me. But yeah, that is all I have for today. Watch out for all the scammers in this video. Spread awareness so that other people don't get scammed. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this video if you have any thoughts or anything you would like to say about any of the scammers I mentioned today. That is all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you guys so much, and goodbye. Thank you.